2010 United States Disc Golf Championship. This is a beautiful place to play golf, pristine grounds, and if you've ever had the opportunity to come here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, you've got live feed coverage all day from the PDGA. There's clips over at the USDGC.com, so we're going to do something a little different for you this week. We're going to track down some of these elite players and some of these great talents that you guys read and watch all the time, and we're going to ask them the hard questions. We started with the defending champ, Nico Lacastro. And I am with the defending champ here on the grounds at the United States Disc Golf Championship. This is Nico Lacastro. Nico, how are you today, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. I played a good, consistent round. I only had one OB stroke on 14, and that's due because I kind of gave it a half run, and that's not what you're supposed to do. You either 100% commit to it or you put it under the basket. I wasn't thinking, and I gave away two really easy strokes right there.
Well, that was a death putt. That was a good 45 to 50 feet with the OB right behind it.
Yeah.
So you actually, after going for it, you had the willpower to lay up.
Yep.
Take a small pill, keep it a small pill.
I knew I had a good round going. I was watching people spray a couple shots out of bounds, and I knew all I had to do was just have a good, strong finish, and I think I missed a few putts today. I missed about 4 within 25 feet, but I only had one OB stroke, so that's what's going to separate. That's what's going to separate the scores out here is the OB stroke.
What'd you end up total today?
61, 7 under, which is a good, consistent round, but I still feel like I left a couple strokes, so as long as I could steadily get better and better each round like I did last year, I feel like I have a really good chance to repeat.
Well, did you adjust anything at all due to the wind and the stroke plus distance?
I did, absolutely. Actually, I think my game plan this year was almost completely different. Last year, I was playing aggressive down the fairway, and this year, I feel like I'm kind of pitching down the fairway to save myself. Like on hole 3, I wasn't feeling really that comfortable, and I kind of grip locked it to the right. But a 3 there is not going to hurt you that bad because there's people taking 5s and 6s and 7s and 8s, and I'm hearing all these big numbers. So I'm throwing my putter right down the middle. I'm throwing my mid-range down the middle. I'm throwing the nice little chip hyzers. You know, I feel like my game is really come around since last year. I feel like I'm a better player mentally and physically, so the mental part is what's going to keep me in it this year, I think.
Well, you're going to have a strong mental game to finish strong out here.
There's a lot of good players.
First round, Nico Lacastro right where he wants to be to defend this title. Good luck the rest of the week, Nico.
Thank you.
Well, you can see Nico off to a good start. One mistake today, that is incredible. That was a putting mistake, OB. Other than that, he had no OBs. He's off to the start he wants. Now, after we ran down Nico, the 12-time world champ, the 5-time United States Disc Golf champion, here's Ken Climo. Well, I am fortunate enough to be with the man himself. This is a 12-time world champ. This is a 5-time U.S. champ. And this is the legendary Ken Climo. Ken, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going, Billy?
It's going great, man. You know, this is your event. We told you in the beginning we wanted to make you proud up here with this event, and you've lived up to our expectations. With the thing going away as a biannual event now, does that give you any additional motivation this year or any additional fuel to come out and try to win this thing?
It does a little bit, you know, not happening every year like it has been. It's a little bit more of a motivator to get it done this year, but I think most of all is my father passing has been a big motivator for me. I've had 2 A-tier wins in a row, and then I tied for first place and lost in a playoff in the 3rd one. So 3 first place, finishes in regulation in a row after my father passed. He's been a big fuel for my fire, and I'm playing for him this week.
Well, good luck to the rest of the crowd on that. Now, you have done just about everything on the grounds. You've had bogey-free rounds. You've had those rounds where things just couldn't go right. What's going to be the most important thing? The wind is up out here, and stroke plus distance is in play. What's going to be the most important thing to you today as you start your round?
I think just keeping it in between the lines. If I can do that, my score is not going to be all too bad. And I think the first round you're going to need to just kind of put a decent one in there and see where it falls, see what everybody else happens to everybody else, see what kind of numbers are really possible.
We really don't know what's going to happen out there. I mean, some of the greatest players in the world could snap. We saw Eric McCabe begin to 10-cup it in the U.S. doubles. I don't think he would do that here, but you just never know what's going to go through a player's mind and what's going to happen.
Right. I don't think the score is going to be quite as low in the finishing numbers this year because of the stroke and distance rule. I mean, you have to play pretty clean to not have to rethrow a few times. And I think it's going to happen to everybody. It's just who happens who's least, and then who makes the most birdies otherwise. But I think it's keeping it between the lines and making some putts this year.
Well, Ken Climo, he's got a game plan. You wish you had his confidence. He's going to go out today. He's going to try to post a good number, get off to a good start. He knows you don't win on the first day, but he knows that you can hurt yourself. He's my pick this year. He is running on jet fuel. Good luck to the rest of the field. Good luck this week, Kenny.
Thanks.
Well, you can see Kenny is working on jet fuel. These guys will be lucky if they can keep up with him this week. Probably only about 10 guys I really give a chance to win. Kenny's one of them. Well, we ran Nate Doss down after the round. This is Nate's worst round since he was 16 years old and took 11 on hole number 17 to finish the round. He had a tough day, but Nate is a true professional. Let's hear what he had to say. Well, lucky enough to run down one of the elite champions here from the USDGC, Nate Doss. Nate, it's a tough day, it's a tough round, and I'll tell you, I mean, I'm feeling the good vibes out here, but I am feeling lots and lots of OB strokes and seeing lots of players degenerated, heads down. Tell me how it went out there for you personally, and what the experience is like different right now with all this going on.
Well, I think you put it well. You know, for me personally, it was just a horrible day is the only word that I can use. I have many people ask me already. It's just horrible for me. I shot 9 over, 77, and I just, you know, it's just a tough round out there. I mean, I had my pedal to the metal the entire time, and you know, if you throw OB out here, there's just nowhere to make it up.
Well, were you, let's say that you go OB, you have a bad roll away and you're on that tee. Are you still going aggressive, or are you forcing yourself to play golf now and back way down and really just try and get down through the hole without any more damage?
The second one, the latter of the two. If you throw out of bounds here, you cannot go aggressive again. You just cannot, because if you throw one out of bounds and you go at it again and throw 2 out of bounds, now you're looking at a quadruple, you're looking at a +5 at least. So I threw out of bounds. I went for my shot that I thought I could hit. If I went out of bounds, I basically turned to the side, down the clearing, and just pitched up down there and tried to get a double bogey was the biggest thing.
Now this is the first day, and I know 77 not the round you wanted. 62's in the lead now, and that seems like a big number, but that's not a big number out here with these conditions going on. Are you going to keep the pedal to the metal tomorrow, or are you going to maybe back down a little bit more and just try to play semi-aggressive? What's Nate Doss going to do in the second round out here?
You know, I've been thinking a little bit about that. I had to finish the round up today. I actually got 3 birdies out of the last 4 holes.
That's a great finish out here.
But I actually threw a double bogey in there. So, I mean, I'm still happy with it. I got some birdies down the end. But to answer your question, I really don't know yet. I'm going to have to just sit back and have a little, I guess, Nate Doss time and really figure out what I'm going to do. I thought I had a good game plan, but that proved to be incorrect today. So we'll see. I think I'm going to be slightly aggressive on the holes I know I can get. And I guess the ones I don't think I can get, I'm going to try to play as safe as possible.
Well, that's Nate Doss here from the USDGC, and he's willing to adjust his game plan. We'll check tomorrow. We'll see how it went for him. Good luck, Nate.
Thanks, Billy.
Well, you can see Nate Doss. He is the epitome of what a professional is. He had a tough day, a very tough day. He was kind enough to give us a few words, and we're lucky enough to have a guy like that in our sport. This is the end of the day. You can see everybody moving in and out of the championship. They've got 3 holes left. They're trying to finish. We're going to take it to the house. If you want to know how the guys are playing, just go up top, click on tournaments, check out their scores. This is a big week for disc golf.